specialists to work, to have the opportunity. So we'll see what they're able to do now with 5 minutes. Oh, round, and Werdum comes out striking.
Right away.
Not really much of an effect on Einemo. The Viking, as you call him, boss, can also absorb a shot.
Yes, he can. And speaking about that first 10-minute round, I think the 10-minute round is better actually because you have to pick your shots. You cannot right away unload on everybody. You really have to pick your shots. You have to fight more strategically.
It allows for the strategy, you're right, to come through and really showcase the talents of these very diverse fighters that Pride Fighting Championships has. Werdum starting to open up now on Einemo, but look at Einemo, just like a bull, straight ahead, closing the gap.
God knows how many ice hockey pucks he had on his head.
And obviously Werdum has paid close attention to his teachers like Mirko Krokop and Caporinga, well-known boxer in Brazil. Yeah, the body lock there.
Yellow card coming. Oh, no, nope, it was a napkin.
Gonna clean him up again. Seems Werdum is pressing the action, boss, coming forward with a series of strikes and finishing it off with a knee and really a wild right delivered by Einemo, and he misses again with that right. So even though he has a reach advantage, it seems that Werdum is able to gauge the distance a little bit better than Einemo thus far.
Yeah, Einemo is really using that right hand to close the distance. He comes in with that big right, and then he goes for the upper body lock.
Over and underhooks here employed by
Werdum, maybe now.
Werdum now into the body lock.
Oh, he's
going for the takedown. No good
Nope.
balance and positioning by Einemo into the close guard. 2 minutes gone here in round number 2. You can see that in Werdum's head there is that mental map employed by all jiu-jitsu practitioners. They know where they want to go and how to get there. Some body shots delivered by Einemo.
Yeah, but he should do it with more power. He should really hit hard. Make him count. Because if you make him count, they have to defend it. Once they defend, hey, the head will open up, and that's when you go for the head.
A very active guard employed by Fabricio Werdum.
Look, those little uppercuts there. Although they don't do a lot of damage.
And he caught Werdum by surprise there, the referee did, boss. It looked like Werdum was setting him up for something, and then he stole a glance to the referee, and now it's Einemo who's been given the yellow card for passivity, and again that will dock 10% of his purse, and really that is the MO of the card system. They want to ensure that the fighters put on a fight, entertain the crowd. It's all about motivating, and it's not the gym, boss. It's Pride Fighting Championships, the biggest stage in the world.
You're absolutely right, Mauro. Oh, there's that right low kick again. I should set it up, especially after the first fight we saw. Ooh.
But you know what? This. When you see Werdum come forward, boss, his hands are low. He's got the aggression, but if Einemo was able to just go over top, it's there.
Yep, it is, but he's not using it. And like I said, he's looking away a little bit. He really wants that body lock.
Werdum pummeling now in the corner as Einemo looks for the single leg. Maybe going for a trip takedown here. Werdum very, very good defensively. Now moves into the guillotine, but the head pops out there thanks to the perspiration as well, boss.
Yep.
But Werdum it's constantly in motion. I mean, he is really a pleasure to watch when it comes to his jiu-jitsu skills, and he's a force to be reckoned with in MMA. Discount what happened against Sergey Haratonov. He injured himself. Haratonov injured himself. I mean, even though it went to split decision, I wouldn't mind seeing those two go at it again someday, healthy.
Yep, we're in the last minute. 45 seconds, actually. Oops, side choke. Ooh, no, pulls it out. Yep, sweat plays a factor there.
And it's Fabricio Werdum who's busier from the bottom. Defending, but Einemo not really
doing
showcasing
anything.
Much now as the referee calls for action. Einemo gets up to a
look at that.
big base.
Einemo should attack. That's what he should do right now.
Good job, though. Striking catches him with that left hook.
Yep. Werdum is doing,
and he's able to sidestep the strikes of Jon Olav Einemo.
Yeah, but you see, every time he attacks with a 1-2 or with only
he's got his back, boss.
Distance.
Good takedown by Werdum. And right at the end of the round, and they're smiling at each other. There's a camaraderie again. They know each other from myriad submission tournaments over the years, as we just caught a glance of the Pride World Middleweight Champion, Vanderlei Silva, in the crowd. And again, I truly believe that this is a fight that Fabricio Werdum is controlling, boss, and maybe just comment on why he is able to control and do what he's been able to do thus far.
Okay, his striking is better. He stays on a better striking distance. He doesn't close the distance as fast as Einemo does. Look, Einemo comes in. Werdum stays on the right distance, you see? Non-stop, he's moving backwards while Einemo is coming forward, and vice versa. But Einemo, when he attacks, he closes the distance, and he's got the long reach advantage. He shouldn't do that. He should stay away from Werdum.
Great points, boss, and it was interesting to watch that replay earlier where Werdum had his left hand on the back of Einemo's head and just raining in those strikes.
Yeah, right there you had it.
Very aggressive and really much. He does look a lot better standing, and again, we're not going to say he's a world-class striker yet, boss, but that's not the world he comes from. And working with the likes of Mirko Cro Cop, he can only get better.
And he's hard on his way. That's one thing for sure. See? Eyes on his opponent. That's a good sign.
Do you believe he has the power to knock out Einemo? Einemo's a couple of inches bigger, but they both weigh the same. Who do you think is physically stronger of the two? Well, of course, the way the fight is going, maybe Werdum, but
I really can't tell. I would say, because you always think about Scandinavia, the Vikings, you would say, okay, he is stronger, but Werdum is just doing a really good job. I mean, he's all over the place. He's looking for submissions non-stop. His punches are good. In the clinch, he went for the knees. Overall, right now, I think he did a better job. Although I got to say, Einemo, he really wants to fight. He's really pushing the fight also.
Well, he's a game fighter, and again, let's not forget, last time he fought was over 2 years ago. In fact, November 2003 on a show in Japan, he armbarred his opponent in 47 seconds, has had to deal with leg and shoulder injuries, but he's healthy, and he's making his debut in Pride Fighting Championships, and an opportunity now to show the fans what he is really all about. And Werdum really showcasing his improved striking in this contest thus far.
There's that right low kick again, but if I was him, I would set it up with the left straight.
Not a lot of pop behind it either, boss. Is it a case of where conditioning now playing a part? Is he getting hurt?
For sure.
There's a knee.
But a left straight brings your left shoulder forward, and that will automatically make your right low kick harder too, because then you can throw in your body weight.
Can you comment on Fabricio Werdum's striking technique, boss?
He's doing a good job. He's staying just outside the reach, and he's just winning.
And when he delivers his strikes?
Oh, right uppercut comes there. Yes, he's doing good. He's doing a good job.
There's a knee blocked by Werdum, and that's got to be very frustrating for Jon Olav Einemo, in that every time he attempts to initiate, Werdum is right there defensively to thwart the attack.
Yep.
Jockey look at it. Now Werdum opens up, tie clinch, knee right up the middle, but my goodness, Einemo standing tall, taking the punishment.
Comes in with the 1-2, but again closes the distance too fast. He's got long arms. Use them. Forget about that low kick.
Werdum is finding the target with those strikes. Really doing a good job of picking apart Jon Olav Einemo now in the third round.
He should also go to the body. How many times do I have to say that? People underestimate the body too much. Listen, if you hit somebody hard to the body, his defense will go down and has to be.
A guy by the name of Sergei Haratonov, I think, has listened to you, boss.
Yeah.
But you're right, definitely underutilized when it comes to the striking game in mixed martial arts. Of course, boxing background would help. But now in the body lock, and it's Einemo just pushing him along the ropes, not really attempting to improve here, however.
Yeah, I think stamina is also playing a major factor here in this whole situation, what we're seeing right now. Werdum looks the more fresher one, and Einemo non-stop goes for that right low kick, which he should watch out for, because Werdum only has to stretch his right hand, and then he will catch him.
Einemo spending 5 weeks in Australia with Mark Hunt's camp. In fact, has Hunt's trainer Happy in his corner. Taught him knees, kicks, and punches. And one has to wonder how Happy is feeling in that corner watching this great display from Fabricio Werdum. And again, Werdum, many people believe, could be a contender in the future for the Pride World Heavyweight Championship. And definitely acquitting himself well here, boss. Again opening up.
And again, and he was looking for that knee. Okay, he didn't make it, which is a good sign too, because he saw he couldn't do it, and then he just gave it up. Oh, he misses another left there.
Werdum is doing a great job of avoiding the punches, like you say, boss. Just stepping away enough and not giving Einemo his target
Look
distance.
at that.
Push kick.
Beautiful. Both holding hands and give him a front kick. Bam.
Into the final 2 minutes of this fight between Jon Olav Einemo and Fabricio Werdum. We thought it would be a ground battle chess match, and instead we've seen them showcase their skills standing, and in that category, that man has definitely, as the picture tells 1,000 words, boss.
Yep. But you're right. You said in round number 1 or 2, he's keeping his hands down while he's hitting. That's the only thing that Werdum still has to work on.
Nice uppercut.
Nice
and a
there.
great
Look at
combination delivered by Fabricio Werdum.
Whoa, coming back there, Einemo. The tie clinch. 1 minute left.
Werdum's corner, they're screaming out that Einemo doesn't want to fight. I don't know if that's the case. I think he is a game competitor, but he's just, as you can see, his mouth open now, boss, breathing laboriously. I think stamina has gotten the better of him here. And let's not forget, Fabricio Werdum's punches are doing their job.
They do a real good job. And like you said also before, he hasn't fought in 2 years. Well, very impressive. And it's the big stage too.
And he's yeah, you're right. This is his highest quality opponent in his career in terms of mixed martial arts. And it looks like he is going to take Fabricio Werdum the distance, although there's a takedown by Einemo, and we are into the final 20 seconds of this matchup.
Let's see if Werdum still wants to go for a submission. It looks like he's got that high guard again here. Rubber guard going over. Let's see what he does.
You know, he's called Europe's Jiu-Jitsu magician, but it doesn't look like he's going to be able to pull that winning trick out of his bag here at Pride 31. Fabricio Werdum with a very impressive performance. Jon Olav Einemo, a valiant effort. And two contemporaries of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu entering the MMA arena. And Jon Olav Einemo, I think that picture right there, boss, says it all.
Yep. Nightmare on Elm Street. Boom, boom, look at this. Knee. You see, he wanted to give the knee, but he decided not to do it because he knew it was going to miss anyway. And that you can tell that somebody knows how to strike.
Fabricio Werdum fought the perfect fight, I think, against an opponent like this, boss. But what would you have said to Einemo, or how would you have prepared him differently in terms of taking on a guy like Fabricio Werdum? Where do you think he lacked the most in this fight? Even though, again, it's sticking with the judges now, but what are your comments?
He should really work on his distance. That's the major thing that I would tell him. I say, work on your distance. You've got the long reach, use it. Stay away from your opponent, use those long arms.
Judge Matto, Werdum.
Werdum gets one judge's score, and Fabricio Werdum records